All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol ZOM, Zomedica Corp. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we dive into this chart, I do want every single investor and viewer that I have a new ticker symbol to share with you guys towards the end of this video that you won't want to miss, and you definitely want to add it to your watch list. So stay tuned for more information on that. So here we are with Zomedica Corp, and it continues to hold itself above these lows here of 209 after the offering, started to pull itself up with some bullish trend, hit a new peak, right, of almost $3, and started to fall again in the downward direction, kind of cooling off. So we want to look for some consolidation anywhere above 209, if I must be honest. But here we are at new points, and the 50-day moving average is 264. And we're at 257. So we are currently in bearish territory and slightly in tug of war zone. So what's our new support? Well, the second lowest point of the day was at this point here that we could see here, right here at this candlestick, leading up to the point of being 245. Now, the lowest point reached in the day was 235. So if 245 does get broken through, this is pulling further away from the 50-day moving average, and I suggest looking at this closely at the behavior of this stock if it breaks through 245, and watch how it reacts between 245 and 235 and see if the bulls try to reappear and bring it back up, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. So super important to keep that in mind and be mindful of that. Now, our resistance is the highest point reached in the day here, and it is slightly on the edge here with the 50-day moving average and the resistance. So the 50-day moving average turns out to be our resistance. It might be off by, anywhere to the tenths place or the thousandths place. But here we are with 264. This needs to be broken through and turned into a support by the bulls to continue to work their way up to newer highs. If they accomplish that, then their next resistance level will be up here at 289 to continue to pull further away significantly from the 50-day moving average. And currently the 50-day moving average is the same as our resistance. So I want every single investor and viewer to be aware that 264 is definitely a point that the bulls need to break through and pull away from to reach newer highs and gain control and leverage over this chart again. We are in tug of war zone, so we want to watch this carefully, but moving forward, what would look much more healthier before a run is some consolidation above these lows from the offering and holding itself up within a channel until the next catalyst. As always, if you guys found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Stay tuned till the end because I do have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss, and you definitely want to add it to your watch list. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is in the semiconductor sector. And we've talked about several semiconductor sector companies, but this is a new one that just recently ran, and I'm looking for it to cool off. And I definitely want to advise every single investor and viewer to watch this one carefully for a cool off or a pullback because things ran up a little too quick. But let's look at its chart. The ticker symbol is AMKR. Now, they've been growing exponentially over the year, right? After hitting lows of 540 and some change, leading up to this point here of a high of $25. Now, it's pulling back pretty steeply, right, in the last day and last trading day, and we just had a wild run from $18 to $25. So things definitely need to cool off or consolidate before showing any signs of opportunity. Now, what I do want every single investor to be aware of is the market cap. It's $5 billion, and how revenue has grown, right, over the years. Now, the last 3 years, right, 2017, 2018, 2019, was about $4 billion. And then on 2020, which was the last year, on the fourth year, it went up to $5 billion. Now, the most important thing out of all of this is that net income increased. Now, it was pretty good in 2017, but it increased again in 2020, and we're seeing that upward trend. And 2021 might show signs of opportunity for more growth. So here we are with the revenue and the net income being 300 million compared to almost 50% of that the years before. Now the quarterly shows you how it grew, and also earnings just recently got beat. That's why we saw that run. Earnings just continues to get beat, and that's another interesting thing about this company. It just keeps on crushing earnings, and that's how you see that revenue and net income growth as well here. So if this grows, earnings is being beat, and if earnings is being beat, the stock price grows as well, because more revenue, more profit, more value to the stock, more value to the market cap of the company. So that's why we saw such a run recently, and we need to watch it carefully. I definitely want to see this cool off, but this is one in the semiconductor company and sectors that have opportunity to continue to expand and grow. Now, all these smaller companies compared to IBM, Nvidia, Intel, AMD, they have opportunity to take every slice of the pie of the whole market share of this sector. Now, some will be bigger than others, but they all have opportunity to grow as they continue to get their pieces or slices of the full pie. So I do want every single investor to be aware that semiconductor sector overall is definitely one to be digging into, diving into, and looking for companies that are getting out of the hole, especially like one like this one. This one was profitable every single year, which is pretty good. There's some that were never profitable, and also their revenue are terrible compared to this one. Revenue has always been pretty decent, and it's growing now. So 2021 might be the year for growth to continue and even moving forward. I mean, as AI intelligence becomes more of a norm, and all these autonomous driving and all these different technologies for vehicles, computers, software, and just even robots, right? And I'm not saying robots that are human-like. I'm talking about robots that already exist to upgrade them to newer levels, like robots that move boxes around and stuff, and also shipment and drones and all these different things that are necessary to continue to proceed in innovation. And semiconductor companies are taking a big market share in this movement. As always, guys, I hope you guys find these videos helpful and informative. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions on AMKR or any ticker symbols that we discuss here. I'm just here to enlighten everyone on opportunities and ticker symbols that are growing, showing potential. But I definitely want every single investor to be aware that this needs to cool off or consolidate before anything that we can understand more about this chart in the short term. But in the long term, we've already seen it. It's been growing and the potential is there. It took off right now, so we wanted to cool off, but definitely we want to see how it continues to behave leading into the future and months to come. But there is room in the sector overall, and this may be one of those that's looking like an opportunity. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.